Hello, my name is Alina Germain. Today, my topic is on resilience in the workplace. I will be discussing the importance of resilience and what it means to be resilient in the workplace. So, to be resilient in the workplace is basically having that drive, that determination, that energy that you want to give. People can see it off you. They see that you're not somebody that gives up and that you keep fighting, you keep going what you want for. And despite any challenges or obstacles that you have to go through, whether it's transportation, if you have a disability, if you're your age, just there's a lot of components that really contribute to this topic, so I will really want to discuss it. So, transportation. Transportation is a big issue for most people, especially at a young age. Not even just a young age, for older people as well, because there's people that don't have cars, are unable to drive, which causes them to have to catch a bus to work, walk to work, carpool, Uber. It varies. So transportation, it's really a long way to get to work. I know a couple people that have at a young age that I discussed in my paper that at a young age they were working and they did not have a car and they had to get to work. They had to get to point A to point B and they had to find a way. So what they did, they would walk to the bus stop, and then wherever the bus stop would take them, then they would walk the rest to work. And that just shows like a lot of like, especially for a young person, that just shows the courage, because and they could really face embarrassment. Anybody could see them walking. They could face people in the street being crazy. Like, you never know. So it's just really a lot to deal with, and then have to go to work on top of that, then to get off, because when I get off work, I'm tired, my feet hurt, like I don't want to deal with anybody. So to just the fact that you have to get back on the bus after work and walk again, it's really a lot, and it's not for everybody. So it's just, yeah. So a lot of people could have difficulty finding work to the workplace and have to depend on others. Another topic that I want to discuss in the workplace is sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is actually bigger than we may think, or I don't know, but sexual harassment happens often, and it's become a bigger issue every day. Um, Having to deal with that as a woman, and I know men deal with it too, but mostly women, because I can speak for myself because I'm a woman, I'm not a man, but women have to deal with this on a daily. They're always being sexualized by their clothes, by their hair, by their nails, by everything. So it's like, it's really hard to work with that. It's harder to deal with that from customers, but to have coworkers like that as well too, it can be very stressful. So just being determined and not letting that type of stuff get to you, and just knowing how to de-escalate that situation, and knowing how to avoid, there's no really way to say how to avoid, but just how to not let it escalate, you know? So yeah, so it's just a lot. It could grow to a bigger issue and involving like lawsuits on people, bribery, people not wanting to lose their job, not wanting to lose their face. Um, it's just a lot. Then there's racism and prejudice. I really want to discuss this topic because I'm a woman of color and I deal with this quite often, but not too much at my current job. But I've dealt with this before. But racism in the workplace is it's not unusual. It's it's there, and it's sad to say, but racism still exists, and people treat others different based the way on their skin tone, how they look, way they speak, the way they dress, and that's not fair. You never know what a person is going through, and I just don't think you should judge somebody based off their appearance, because you don't know what they're going through. Maybe that's their last pair of pants. Maybe that's their last pair of shirts. That's their only pair of clothes. Like, it's just crazy. So many people of color often face racism and prejudice in the workplace. This can make work really extremely and depressing, because if you have to deal with this on a daily, you're not going to want to go to work. You're not going to want to constantly be in an environment that you're uncomfortable in. You're going to want to find a new job. So it's just coworkers have to deal with that, and it's really like hard, especially with customers when they throw racist slurs at you over something that you cannot control. If it's something that involves your boss that has nothing to do with you, but they still feel that they must take it out on you, and it's not fair, but that's what it is. So the topic of disabilities, I'm blessed to say that I am free from disabilities. I am healthy. I don't have nothing, but there's other people that are like that. And people like that, they still have to work because they still have to provide for themselves. Because once you're the age of 18, you're an adult and you have to provide for yourself. Whether you're disabled, whether you're black, white, purple, doesn't matter. You still have to put a roof over your head, food on your plate. If you have kids, you got to take care of them. So being disabled people, they really have to go extra harder just to provide for themselves. They have to deal with rude customers. There's been many cases with people with Down syndrome that have been working, and people make rude comments at them saying that, or like if they can handle it, like do they need help? No, they don't need help. They know what they're doing. They've been working here for how long? So you should never assume. But another thing is resilience in the workplace for disabled people is that despite from the rude comments that they may receive, but just their own challenges, their own battles that they have to face when they go to work, not knowing if they're going to be able to lift something today. They're not knowing if they're going to be able, if they have like a speech impediment. They're not going to know if they're going to encounter somebody, and like you just never know. So it's really good to just be kind to everybody. And a lot of employers, they tend to not really hire disability people over non-disabled people just because of the fact that they may have to put more money in towards them, because if they're injured on the job, they have to do workers' compensation. And workers' compensation is when the company takes money out their own pocket and has to pay for any bills, any injury that the employee sustained. So it's really important just to make sure you're kind to everybody. Unemployment. So in the recent couple of months, COVID-19 took a big impact on the country. So a lot of jobs were lost. A lot of people lost their job. A lot of people lost homes, cars. And it's really unpredictable because nobody knew a couple months back that there was going to be a lockdown. Everybody thought that it was going to be all fine. They had plans for the summer, and then next thing you know, boom, shut down, canceled. Everything is done. So it's just really important that you have to make sure that you stay on top of your spending. The pandemic has definitely taught me to save money because you never know what's gonna happen. A lot of jobs were lost, but the pandemic has helped people in disguise. It has caused some people to strive for their dreams and open up businesses that they've been planned on opening. And I know a couple people that opened their own businesses during the pandemic. They bought their own cars. One of my friends just bought herself a car. She's been working really hard for it, and she just did it. Just like my coworker that I discussed in my paper, she was taking the bus from her first job to her second job where we worked together, and she would always tell me how she almost missed the bus, and it's just sad because I don't even think of it like that because I have a car, so it's like I just get in my car and I go to work. I don't have to worry about what time I have to wait. Like I don't have to wait on nobody. I go when I go. So that just humbled me and just reminded me that not everybody's different. Everybody has their own stuff going on. So it's really important just to be humble. Age, being resilient with age goes back to what I discussed about Emmanuel. At a young age, you never know if what's gonna happen. You don't know if you're gonna lose a parent. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what age you're gonna have to become a man or a woman. What age you're gonna have to start taking care of yourself. So resilience really comes in because a lot of people will not survive because life is not easy. So it's really the resilient, the strong-minded people that really make it through that type of situation. So working long hours, having schoolwork, it's not easy. Working school and having a full-time job, it's not easy because that's what I'm doing now. And this semester has not been easy for me. I've struggled a lot, but I'm really grateful for this experience. It's really an experience. So yeah. In conclusion, resilience is the workplace. In the workplace, it defines many people that we don't even realize. The importance of determination and the drive we must have really determines the outcome of any situation we are put in. And it varies. So it's just important to keep going and you can do it. Remember, the marathon always continues, and just to always keep going no matter what. Despite any challenges you may go through, just remember everything is temporary. And yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you have a good one. Bye.